Sit. Alright, come on. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Walk with Regis. Go ahead, Regis. Today is November 5th. I hope you guys had a good Halloween. Today's weather highs will be in the mid-70s, and the lows will be in the low 60s. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation today. However, according to my weather alerts, it will be partly sunny and increasingly windy with near record warmth. Great day to be outside. So it's going to be windy. With winds of, there's a wind advisory, gusts up to 20 to 30 miles per hour, possibly up to 50. And then let's see what kind of news stories we got today. And there's my catty Bree, wanting some love and attention. Alright, Regis. So let's see. Catty Bree! Hi, baby girl. Hi, sweetie. There's my girl. There she goes. Being all cute. Hi, Catty. She's up for adoption. Single cat, home only. Anybody want this adorable calico? Look at that beautiful cat. She's the sweetest thing. She just doesn't do well in a house with multiple cats. So I'm going to announce that out loud today. This kitty up for adoption. To good home. Alright, now let's see what kind of news stories we got today. Here's our first news story for the day. Buffalo man sentenced for fatal accident. A 32-year-old Buffalo man was sentenced Thursday for causing a fatal crash, according to Erie County District Attorney. On December 1st, 2021, Conglio was driving at a high rate of speed near Clinton Street when he rear-ended another vehicle stopped at the intersection on Babcock Street. The force of the collision caused the victim's vehicle to rear-end another stopped vehicle at the intersection. Conglio was under the influence of alcohol and cocaine at the time of the crash. The driver of the first vehicle, James E. Boyd III, 47, of Harrisburg, PA, was fatally injured in the crash and died at the scene. A female victim in the second vehicle suffered minor injuries. Conglio pleaded guilty to one-count aggravated vehicle homicide on May 5th, 2022. There's my catty Bree. Catty Bree. There we go. Look at this little girl. Oh, there we go. We've got the rollover. Shh. All units responding. We have a rollover. I repeat, we have a rollover at the intersection of Langfield and Suffolk. There we go. Oh, look at this beautiful baby. Alright, come on. Come on, Regis, this way. Alright, let's see. I'm only going to read the title. I'm not going to read the article. If you guys want to find the article, you'll have to look up the article itself. And the title of the article is Lottery Winner Dons Mascot Costume to Hide Jackpot from Family. I guess I can kind of get it. As soon as everybody realizes you have money, they come out the woodworks. People you haven't heard from in years. Suddenly they all want to be your friend and be around you. You should stick with the ones who kept talking to you when you were broke and had nothing. because they're the ones who are truly by your side and not just after you for money. That's my... Look at that face. I really don't want to get rid of her. I don't want to rehome her, but she's not happy in a multi-cat house. Good. Okay, here's another news article. Woman pleads guilty to gun charges, death of grandma under investigation. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn announced Thursday that a Buffalo woman pleaded guilty to 2 counts of criminal possession of a firearm. On November 21st, 2021, Buffalo police received a 911 call regarding a reported domestic disturbance at a residence on Highgate Avenue. When officers arrived, they found the defendant, 41-year-old Jamian L. Harris, at the front door. During the investigation, police saw a deceased elderly woman in the living room. The woman was later found to be Harris' 90-year-old grandmother, Catherine Jones. Police obtained a search warrant and found 2 loaded, unregistered handguns inside the home. Harris will face a maximum of 4 years in prison during her sentencing on January 19, 2023. Harris is currently released on her own recognizance, as her charges are not qualifying offenses for bail. Jones's death continued to remain under investigation at the time. Erie County Medical Office determined that Jones died from a gunshot wound to the chest, and her death was ruled as a homicide. Seems to me like she did it. She killed her own grandma. No. There's food over there. Oh, there's a fighting going on. I don't know if you hear it. Okay, so here's another news article. Buffalo man found guilty of 2019 triple homicide. The bodies of 2 victims were found in a burned-out van behind a warehouse on Tonawanda Street, September 16, 2019. He's been convicted of killing 3 people during a drug deal in 2019. A jury found DeAndre Wilson guilty of murder in federal court on Thursday for killing a trio who traveled from Florida to Buffalo in 2019. I can only say there's a special place in hell for somebody like this defendant today, and he should rot where he belongs, Buffalo Police Commissioner Joe Gramaglia said. The bodies of 2 of the victims, Michael Anthony Valentine Collin and Nicole Marie Merced Plod, were found in a burned-out vehicle behind a warehouse on Tonawanda Street in September 16, 2019. The couple's 3-year-old son, Nolan, was found unharmed that same morning on a porch at a home on Buffalo's west side. After 3 years of waiting, a now 6-year-old child left without parents finally got justice. The crime happened just 11 months after Wilson had been released from prison for prior second-degree murder conviction. This conviction shows our community wow. Either there's a second person arguing or they just got louder. I don't understand how people let themselves get that angry. Alright, so this conviction shows our community, our ability, and our resolve to ensure that justice is done for victims, their families, and their communities where these crimes are committed, U.S. Attorney Trini Ross said. The case is memorable because of video surveillance which appears to have captured the toddler being led away from the burning van by 2 individuals. Prosecutors said in 2019 that Wilson was one of them and the other was Jariel Cobb. Remains later identified as those of Damiel Roman Audifred, a friend of the couple who traveled with them, were discovered in a fire pit behind a home on Box Avenue. It's believed that Roman Afrid, Valentine Collin, and Merced Plod made the trip to Buffalo to sell cocaine to Wilson and his 2 accomplices. Cobb and James Reed, but that the two were unaware of Wilson's intentions to kill. Both pleaded guilty to narcotics distribution and set fire to destroy evidence this summer before testifying against Wilson this fall. What I can say is that the drug organization has been dismantled, and they were just trafficking enormous quantities of drugs, multiple different types of drugs, heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, marijuana, that no longer exist. Or someone else took it over. Narcotics conspiracy, Hobbs acts, robbery, murder while engaged in narcotics conspiracy, and several firearms charges are just a few of the 15 counts Wilson was found guilty on, and are part of the reasons why his sentence is still unknown. He could be facing from anywhere from 40 years to life in prison when he is sentenced on March 23rd. But regardless of the sentence, U.S. Attorney says it's not enough to make up for the lives that are lost. Well, they didn't add it, but I'm going to add it. And the orphan child they created. What we did what we were able to do, and that is to use the justice system to bring the full force of the law upon this and other defendants, in a hope that their convictions for the crimes they committed will allow you and your families to move forward knowing that justice has been served. Well, okay. I mean, there's more of this article. I could keep going on, but I'm pretty sure you guys want a variety. Unless, let me know in the comments below if you like to hear the whole article, no matter how long it takes, or if you guys want me to just give a sampling and then move on to other articles. But for today, that's all I will read, as I look for another article. Okay, I'm going to briefly read this one and summarize it. And okay, well, so I guess there's a video. There's a video of, I guess, what they call a disturbing video of a white nurse and a black pregnant woman, and I guess the black pregnant woman didn't like the comments that were made, and I kind of don't like them either. I mean, I kind of get where the white woman's coming from. She could have worded it better, way better. But at the same time, today's society is so damn sensitive. It's just better not to say anything at all. Look at that. You're peeing right next to Caddy Bree. And she's just watching him. She didn't care as long as the pee don't touch her. She's been a good girl following us. For the last couple of weeks, all my cats, well, the cats that come outside, that one and the black one you guys have seen. Did you really just try to climb the metal tree? That don't work. It don't have bark for you to grip. Climb the other one. Yeah, that's right. Go. There you go. Good girl. So her and the black one, they like to follow me and him on our walks every morning. There we go. Good girl. Use that tree as a scratching post. Don't use my furniture. I gotta get them microchipped. Because then if something ever happens to them, I need to be able to, come on. Alright, let's see if I can find another news story. Good boy. I'm only going to read the article. I'm not going to read the news I'm only going to read the title, not the whole article. If you guys want it, you can go Googling it if you want. Italian parents sue New York boarding school where son died by suicide. Yeah. Oh look, someone didn't pick up after their dog. Good thing I didn't walk over there. That would have been gross. Alright, let's see what else we got. Nope, didn't want you to do that. Thank you. Okay, here's one. Buffalo Zoo announces the death of 2 animals. On Thursday, the zoo posted to Facebook that Kev, the maned wolf, and Vladimir, the Eurasian black vulture, both died recently. On Thursday, the zoo posted to Facebook that Kev, the maned wolf, and Vladimir, the Eurasian black vulture, have died. Kev lived to 15 years old, past the 12-year life expectancy. The zoo called that remarkable, considering Kev suffered from severe medical challenges, including missing a kidney. His long life was credited to the care he received from his keepers. Kev had been at the zoo since he was 4 months old. Kev did not have any offspring. The zoo said he was often seen chilling in the shade on a sunny day, and he loved on his big soft bed. Vladimir lived to 32. He came to the Buffalo Zoo in 1991 and lived with his mate Cesare. Over the 25 years, the two had 15 offspring and fostered 1 egg swap from Detroit. Vladimir was affectionately called Vlad the Dad. The zoo said Vladimir inspired many people to care about vultures. He had a sweet, inquisitive expression and loved to take baths and eat ribs. The Facebook post said, "Well, those poor animals. Oh, look at the kitty." Okay, you did that again. I didn't want you to do it again, but thank you. I'm only going to read the news title, not the article, but this one sounds funny. Go ahead and Google it if you want. Memorial service, destructive superweed, bear attack, news from around 50 states. That's the exact title, so if you want to look that exact one up, it'll be out there. Here's another news title, not article. Missing pregnant woman and her unborn baby found dead in different areas. It's a terrible thing. Alright, we have another local story. Police investigate stabbing on Cambridge Avenue. The stabbing occurred around 1:40 p.m. Friday, according to police. It was a domestic incident in which a boyfriend stabbed his girlfriend. Police said the female was transported to ECMC with serious injuries and the male fled the scene. Alright, and here's one I read yesterday. I don't have to go into the article to read it because I remember it. An iguana that hitchhiked from Florida that was found at a Bills game has finally found a new home in Buffalo. Now, when I read the article, it didn't mention where the new home was or who's taking care of the iguana now. But they were talking about how as the people were en route from Florida to Buffalo, they noticed the lizard hanging around and they didn't think much of it. And then when they finally got to Buffalo, the poor thing was, of course, because it's cold, in a near state of suspended animation, whatever you call it for the lizards, I forgot. And that, actually, I think there's a video. Let's treat you guys to a video today. That is if traffic's not too loud. Alright. Here we go.
Hey there, good morning. We all know the opportunity to see the Bills play on Sunday is in high demand, but hitching a ride from Florida just to see them play is pretty excessive, especially if you're an iguana. His story began last Sunday when the Sunday night football crew packed up in Miami. Christian Essen saw an iguana.
I've seen the little iguana running around the compound, never thought nothing of it.
Over the course of the week, the crew made the haul from Hard Rock to Highmark, and during the unloading of one of the camera carts,
and I'm checking my cabling, and I started pulling on this green cable. Why is that there? And I'm like, oh no, this is an iguana.
Certainly a there's something you don't see every day moment.
The iguana was very, very cold.
Diana, another Sunday Night Football crew member, brought the iguana back to life.
Once he revived himself, they realized that they had an iguana on their hands with no idea of what to do.
So the SPCA serving Erie County stepped in and took him to their West Seneca facility for a checkup.
Obviously a very young iguana, very stressed, very nervous, seems to be calming down a little bit now.
Imagine taking a nap in a truck in Miami and waking up in 45-degree Buffalo. He was only dehydrated and a little hungry. Iguanas go into a cold, stunned state when temperatures drop below 50. But he's warm now, living his best life at the SPCA, where they aptly named him
Stefan Diguana, which is the perfect name. He seems to fit the bill already.
You get it? Stefan Diguana. He's expected to get another checkup by an exotic animal vet next week. As far as tough questions go, he's had some excellent media training. Can you tell me why you made the trip? What's your final score prediction? As far as interviews go, this is one of my toughest. Do you have anything to say? He's silent. So chalk this one up as things I didn't expect on my Friday as a reporter.
It's never a slow day here at the SPCA serving Erie County, but, you know, Fridays at 3:30, something like this is bound to happen.
So we're going to have to wait until Sunday to find out if Stefan Diguana's presence will tip the scales in Buffalo's favor. Because iguanas have scales. Reporting in West Seneca for Daybreak, I'm Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.
And that's the story, guys. All right. I have enough maybe for one more news story. Most buffalo land is owned by this organization. There is a lot of land in New York's second largest city, and you may be surprised who owns the largest share of it. All across the country, there are some people and businesses that own a lot of property and land. For example, according to an article in USA Today, the founder of CNN, Ted Turner, owns more than 2 million acres of land across the United States. If you put that into context, if you took the state of Rhode Island and multiplied it by 3, you'd roughly have the same amount of land that Turner owns. My grandfather used to own land that my grandfather used to tell me that land and real estate are among those things you should invest in because unlike other commodities, they're not making any more of it. Okay, so let's see who it is because I gotta cut this short. We're almost back home. They discovered the city of Buffalo government owned nearly 7,000 vacant properties along, and add that to the nearly 1,000 other structures owned by the city. That makes the city of Buffalo the largest landowner in Buffalo. Alright guys, that's it for the news stories. And that's it for the end of this video. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you don't, you can hit that dislike button. Share if you guys want to. Subscribe if you guys want to. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.